I'm here at Walmart. I want to show you what a can of Folgers coffee, 40 ounces, $21.94. That is unbelievable, because I know you can go to Sam's and get it for $17 for the same exact size. They also have their donut shop coffee by Great Value. It is $15.24. The better deal would probably be to go with the Great Value Classic Roast, Medium Roast. It is $11.35. That is for 40 ounces. This is one of my favorites here at Walmart. Drop it in the comment what's yours' favorite. $17.44 for 32 ounces.
Bro, what is this? $21 for fucking McDonald's coffee? I mean, come on, dude.
I am a bona fide coffee drinker. And the one I enjoy most, sometimes I drink the Dunkin', but I enjoy the Maxwell House. Look at the price of this. Since when did coffee become $16.99? The most I've ever paid for that size is $10. $16. What, they done put some drugs in it or something? What's going on? And I came by Folgers, which is the one on sale, because I just found out Folgers supports them. So, boycotting that. So what am I drink? Even a Dunkin' Donut is $13. Now, for those of you that are not coffee drinkers, you probably don't care. But I care. Oh, I see some Signature cheaper coffee. $6.99. But you coffee drinkers know how important this is. They playing around with us. Get your coffee wherever you can for a cheaper price.
So why people are actually complaining about grocery prices, that other people are complaining about how they might start being, staying without coffee or doing anything without coffee, okay? Because the price of coffee is going off the roof right now. People can no longer afford coffee. People cannot afford to buy their own coffee and make their own coffee, let alone buying already made coffee from a coffee shop. You guys, things are becoming so expensive. Imagine being decaffeinated for a lot of years, okay, because you cannot even afford to feed yourself, let alone buying coffee. So many people are freaking out on social media about how much coffee is costing them right now. Well, guys, I've got some other clips I'm going to share with you guys. Then I'll come back with the commentary. But let me know what you all think in the comment section. Credit to all creators on this video. So let's go watch. Then I'll come back with the commentary.
One of the biggest spikes we saw in the last inflation report was coffee. This hits very close to home. I drink a lot of coffee. But the reason that the price of coffee is going up is interesting, because it's not the same reason that the price of everything went up during the pandemic. During the pandemic, demand for a lot of things went up. First of all, we couldn't really leave our homes, so we weren't going to the movies, we weren't traveling. Instead, we were just buying stuff. That is called demand pull inflation, as in the demand for something goes up and that pulls up the price. So many people wanted barbecues and lawn furniture and shirts and electronics that the price just kept going up because demand was so high. But what's happening with coffee right now is not demand pull inflation, although it's always demand pull inflation in my heart. The reason the price of coffee is going up right now is something called cost push inflation. Cost push inflation is when the cost of the ingredients or the materials in whatever you want to buy are going up, and so that pushes the price up. Right now, there is a drought in many parts of the world that grow coffee. That is really affecting coffee harvests and really means that the supply of coffee is much diminished. So that has pushed the price of coffee up. And in fact, the price of coffee right now is more than 14% higher than it was this time last year. There's another cost that will likely be pushing up the price of coffee very soon too, and that is tariffs. Donald Trump has put a 50% tariff in place on all things from Brazil. And Brazil supplies about a third of the coffee that we drink here in the US. Tariffs are another kind of cost push inflation, because it's just going to cost coffee shops and grocery stores more to import coffee from Brazil and everywhere else. So there are all these forces pushing up the price of coffee. But here is where the economic forces of the free market come in. Because as coffee starts to get more and more expensive in the store, in coffee shops, people buy less of it. And when there's less demand, that means that the short supply of coffee, the beans that are grown in spite of the drought and things like that, there's not as much competition for them. And so the price starts to come down. That is how the free market regulates prices when they start to get out of control. Now, there is an exception to this, and economists will sometimes call this something with inelastic demand. Inelastic demand, something that you will buy no matter how expensive it is because you just have to have it. So gasoline is a good example of something that has a lot of inelastic demand, because even if it gets really, really, really expensive, you still have to drive your car to work. Now, technically, coffee is not an inelastic good because, if it gets more expensive, you could just drink less of it. For me, though, I'm not sure how much more expensive coffee would have to get for me to not drink it, like a lot more expensive.
Coffee's getting more expensive, and it's not just because of our relationship with Brazil and everything that's going on with that. It's been getting more expensive, but because of everything that Orange Man is doing and the stuff that he wants to put in place with Brazil, it's going to get worse, and I can prove you that it's been happening and going to get worse. Hi, my name's May. If you're new here, I am one of your online political besties, and we're going to chat about this money thing because I'm broke. And I really love coffee, and I'm really not happy about this when I dove into it, and I was like, what the actual fudge nugs is going on? So the tariffs will likely raise prices for things like coffee and orange juice for American consumers, but it has been happening before this. Let's look at it. So this comes from Yahoo Finance. Coffee prices are soaring. Tariffs could drive them up even higher. How many price hikes are Americans willing to stomach for their morning coffee? Roasted coffee prices surged 12.7% in June compared to a year earlier, according to inflation data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics, while instant coffee saw a 16.3% increase. The retail price for a pound of ground coffee last month was $8.13, up by $1 since January. Here is a graph from Yahoo Finance, and Yahoo Finance is a very well-trusted on either side of the aisle site, okay? So this is a graph that they made using the statistics from the Bureau of Labor of the price hikes. So this is 2021 prices of coffee, 22 prices of coffee really started to jump, 23, 24, 25, and it's really started to skyrocket, okay? Coffee drinkers swallow high prices. Average cost per pound of coffee, 100% ground roast. So this is that's what it's looking at, okay? And then I used this table in a different video that I was making, but I also wanted to highlight it too. It was talking about Folgers Classic Roast Coffee. We're going to look right here. And on May 20th, it was $16.43. On July 7th of this year, this is all this year, it was $19.24, which is a 17% increase. For Donut Shop Coffee, 12 ounces, great value, it was $5.97. Then it was $6.97, so that was a 17% increase from May 20th to July 7th. Original blend of Dunkin' Donuts went from $18.97 to $20.97, so that's also an increase. So these prices are going higher, and it's been proven over and over again by several different sources, and are likely going to keep going up. So if you're a coffee drinker, my heart goes out to you. Who do we think is causing an even higher increase of this, besides just their prices are crazy? What is the cause? What do you think? Please let me know in the comments. Love you. Bye.
Anybody else record a video of themselves and fucking hate the way their face looks, so they immediately mirror their video? Nope, just me? Alright. Anywho, you guys seen the price of coffee lately? Fucking outrageous. It's almost the price that it'd be cheaper to just do some fucking Booker sugar in the morning. It's no longer the best part of waking up is Folgers in my cup. Now it's gonna be the best part of waking up is a fucking bump in my cup. My God.
Yo, so I just want to know, who was the one that decided coffees were going to be $8? Am I going to lie to you and say that I don't pay it? Yeah, I pay it, okay? But today I had to go to Dunkin' because I was like, I can't afford this. This was $3. This is a medium, but this feels like a large at any other coffee shop. Is it as good? No. Does it get caffeine in me? Yeah. Does it make me have to poop 30 minutes later? Yeah. I remember when my Starbucks order was like $4.50. Now it's $7.89 or some shit. All right.
So it's safe to say that the tariff has caused a lot of price increase, and Magad is not even having it because they actually did not think that they were going to be paying the tariff. You know how people were all and on, trying to educate them about how tariff work, and right now they are finding out that they will be the one paying for it. So prices of everything is going high, especially coffee, groceries, coffee, gas, everything is just on the increase. Well, let's check out the comment section and see what people have to say. So someone said they told us coffee and sugar will go up due to the tariff because those crops can't be grown in the US and must be imported. US was supposed to stock up a few this time ago. So you guys know that Brazil is also one of the biggest suppliers of coffee around the globe, and right now there is a tariff on them, I guess, and now a lot of people are actually freaking out because if these people have to bring in coffee, then Americans have to buy it higher, right, because of the tariff. So tariff is causing a lot of harm than good because of the price increase that is causing, that is actually the impact is actually very high right now for a lot of people. So people are actually freaking out. Buy coffee beans and grind. So buying coffee beans, you're also going to buy coffee. That's coffee, right? Because the bean, you're going to grind it by yourself. So people are also not able to afford any of those, right? Because of the increase. It's not tariff, it's the shortage on beans due to hard weather. Okay, so someone said should look up the Maxwell House Inn and what even first of its kind it held. Okay, another person said, as a coffee shop owner, the supplier for my bean lets us know that our prices will be increasing by 13% this month because of the tariff. I try to keep my prices reasonable as much as I can, but this month I gotta bump my prices up. All my beans come from South America. You see? Okay. All beans coming from South America, and because of the tariff, definitely, coffee shop owners will have to increase their prices. Oh, and my mom worked for Jewel for 42 years. So as soon as you said the signature brand, I knew exactly that you were at Joy, and I had to do a seed tag, but definitely get the app. It will be on sale, and then hopefully you could buy two and then stock up. So a lot of people are actually looking at apps right now to be able to know when they'll be on sale in order to stock up. Imagine waiting for when apps will people like Walmart and some of these big corporations will be on sale for you to be able to buy things from them just because of price increase. Okay, people are now waiting for sales before they can buy anything. Unlike before, people can just walk in and buy things. But now people are trying to manage their money, manage whatever thing they have until sales are up. They can now go buy those things on sales, right? They really want to see us without having our morning coffee. I was shocked at the price today compared to 4 weeks ago at Aldi's. Trump's tariff, you aren't seeing nothing yet. We all are going to starve unless you are making millions of dollars. Hell, I looked to buy online and bread went up 60 cents. That's the cheapest. Ramen noodles went from 30 to 50 cents. Well, Cafe Bostelo might be cheaper than the rest and it tastes good. I buy the instant kind. I did a video about this last year. I knew coffee was going to go up because of this tariff. I'm about to crash. Okay, people are actually crashing out on the internet right now because of this whole tariff and how it's really impacting them, negatively. But I'd love to hear what you have to say about today's video. How much is the price of coffee in your area? How much are you buying coffee? How much did you buy it months ago? And what is it right now? Okay, are you a coffee person like the rest of these people on this video? Share your take with me in the comment section. Okay, and how is the tariff actually affecting you? Let's have it in the comment. Please do well to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and credit goes to all creators on this video. Thank you so much guys for watching. See you all on my next video. Bye guys.